into another. As you mentioned, Genji trying to force that one, get punished hardcore.
And it's just one of those overforces where you got a good moment bot lane, you think, okay, let's double down, get them again, you know, a 1-2 punch. But unfortunately, the timing here is ill-advised. No ultimates.
Does go awry as trying to stop the back, but Mata is a faithful support, does not allow that to happen.
Continue with the full court press strategy from SKT. They've been very good at playing this strategy so far. No, there are just item break points that Aatrox match. So as the gold comes in, both of them have 6, 7, 8,000 gold. We know Fiora will be winning, but perhaps they're hoping that doesn't happen early, which is possible if the right game comes in.
Khan trying to be sneaky there. You saw him waiting in the brush, but Cube actually just pings it out. The second he does, it was kind of funny. Khan, ooh, nice play there. Predicts that knockup against the riposte stun onto Cube. Khan, super clean so far on his Fiora mechanics as, well, he's Lysandra. He's not going to die.
Sad Olaf ganks when the taunt doesn't come through. They're looking for more onto the Rek'Sai.
Oh, okay. And this guy is in a bunch of trouble trying to get that World Ender out first, but it looks like they're going to go back actually on the dive. They don't want to take that super long time and then have Olaf come in and clean up, especially because Fiora and Rek'Sai, not the tankiest members.
Would have been one of those, what is our primary objective here? The turret play on Fiora is enough of a lead to mess around with the Aatrox ult, so they're happy to back away. Probably the right call, all things considered. Back away from there. Didn't join us for our first series. We haven't seen a lot of Rek'Sai. You know she can do this.
From miles downtown, in goes Clid. Does a lot of damage, especially with the red buff, but Peanut is able to get away. Has that Cinderhulk completed already with some cloth armor, so he is actually relatively tanky.
The missing health ratio, not relevant there. Even at level 1, it's 20% missing. As things went on, and of course the Black Cleaver is stacked just as quickly. That means that Lucian's going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage.
As SKT, you'll remember their first for Rift Heralds. I think it was 17 out of 25 games, something like that. Now they're 18 for 26. And so will remain at that first place spot for Shelly's taken on the map.
Now, first item completions are in, and that's only an SKT story, if you really want to be honest about it. Ravenous Hydra to be able to fight in the minion wave and even through something like the execution. Already completion onto the Blade of the Ruined King. So these are the one-item power spikes where SKT begin to really jam their foot on the accelerator, and it's only around 3-4 items that Genji, I think, would start to match them. So I feel like a lot of the map trades are at the whim of when SKT want them, and only them being too nuts could really stop the Genji from falling into a pretty big hole over the next 10 minutes.
I mean, you can already tell that even before the spike comes in, they are able to get a bunch of objectives already in gold on the map, right? So many plates have gone down in top, mid, and bot. They get the Infernal plus the Rift Herald. It's just all SKT so far here in the early game. and now they've gotten to their spike, so they should be really rolling with any punch that's given to them.
5 plates, so 800 of the gold lead is purely plates on side of SKT. Here's the engage, though.
Wow, big knock up there on a 2, and we do have beat up, but you can see just how passive they're being. Even 3v2 seems like they don't have full information, not willing to go in on that fight.
The buddy system enacted this time by SKT, and you see how strong Braum is at repelling all-ins. He still has his summoners up. I don't even know if they got through the Guardian, but that was the biggest thing they could break through. Khan continues to make Cube's life hell, and here's that Rift Herald summon in the mid lane. How about solo gold on the best of all time?
Yeah, look at the timing too, 13:47. That's 13 seconds before the plates do go down. That's 320 extra gold that goes away, plus another plate due to the tankiness of the Rift Herald. Just so much extra given over based on the timing. Great macro so far here in this game.
Really feels like SKT are playing that patch 9.4 and also the 2019 patch. Gen G, they're a win.
Well, Life is caught out there. No real escape for him. Not much to yell about as he gets caught out without an ultimate. Had to use it in the bottom side. They knew they had him, and Life knew it too. Didn't even flash.
And it just feels like Gen G are their whim. This outdated draft that would have looked out pretty much, you know, prototypical on 9.1. At 9.4, it doesn't feel like the way forward. They have solo lane disadvantages. They're going to try and teleport and try a team fight.
They do not have the Alistair, but they're really trying to make this work as, okay, the Rek'Sai comes in and steals it and flashes the wall. Clid putting on the blaze here. Looked like a gym.
Clid's Rek'Sai seems like it's coming together a lot cleaner than we saw in our first series. And this pretty bloodless gold lead. Remember, only a single kill to the advantage of SKT, yet everything else is sliding exactly into their wheelhouse as this team comp is hitting its stride.
Yeah, not much of a fight put up here so far from Gen G. I mean, they try a couple of times, but it's not exactly the best time to go for it. And SKT able to make the most of the plays. They get 2 drinks and a bit of a magic trick out of their pocket.
Just feels like SKT have read their opposition very well. They're drafting a comp that, like we say, suits the patch, and I just don't know what the best case scenario of the Gen Z draft is. You look at it and you say, you're going to find it hard to skirmish. The lanes aren't great either, and if you don't fight early, SKT have shown again and again with this lineup, they will make you pay. Here is the steal. It actually was at 49 health before it was claimed. A drive-by by Clid.
Yeah, he was so far away when he ulted too. He was not even close to the pit. Just flies over like a pole vaulter and then flashes away.
Against a team that can't play the early to mid game, you could kind of understand Gen G's draft, but even then, you get outscaled by the Fiora split push. With the nameplates on, with it being SKT, I just think they had such a narrow win condition in this game, and it required mistakes from the enemy, and here's the conga line, they want more kills.
Yeah, who's flanking who here is Peanut thinking about a play, and okay. Alright, observers, really trying to impress us now, getting that big time angle. And keep
enemy red buff. And Cube can't match Fiora at all, so they're in a damned if you, damned if you don't situation, Gen G. What are they going to do here? They're trying something.
Okay, Mana goes in and dies.
I guess that's all I got.
Nothing else happened. I mean, that's really it, as they're looking for the dive, but something in that bottom lane today is just not, they're not working on all cylinders sometimes.
It does feel that there's a bit of lag in the comms, at least, between those two, as Mata walked off and promptly was dispatched. There was no objective for SKT to really get around that area. They were already slowly going to pick up the turret with their TP advantage. They're going to steal away a blue buff. I don't know exactly what I would say is Gen G's at this point. They are losing control of their Raptors and blue buff and other objectives so early, pre-20 minutes, that I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah, the next job here for SKT is just chop down all the outer turrets so far, top and mid, already down. And all Clid has to do is show his face, the face of Rek'Sai, and they're like, okay, well, we can't stand here, we have to just give that one away.
Rek'Sai Tremor Sense, even without being involved, is such a win more button for people who are ahead. They already had winning lanes here, as we outlined, and then Rek'Sai, who invaded Olaf and made Olaf trivial early, just stands around and can shadow. That's why moves like this are unnecessary. In other game states, you try to posture and try to scare the enemy, but they saw all three members of Madagun to melee range. I guess he was greeting for